ask yourself a question. Would you like to be loved, to be fucked? Like God, or like a bully? Hi, my name is Katyusha, your sexuality coach. So in this video, I'd like to answer a great question that came through on my channel, and I see this questions being asked on other sexuality coaches channels as well. And what I also notice that it makes men angry, right? It triggers them. I will explain why. So for example, this lovely man, he is writing to me, and there's so many, he was writing to me before in a very eloquent language, but there's like so many mistakes in this question, which I'm assuming usually people who write like that and make many mistakes are angry. I do it, we all do that. You type it like that. And okay, so it says, why is the psychology of arousal to cater only to a woman and not for men? So I'm reading as it's written, right? So why is the psychology of arousal to cater only to women and not to men? Okay, I will of course give you my perspective on how I see it. Objective perspective, not, okay, I'm a woman and this is why I'm saying this. No, in general, throughout all my videos, I try to bring you the objective information, right? It obviously it comes through me, but I try to be very objective in my philosophy overall. I invite you to look around, right? In animal kingdom. Dogs and cats are closest to us. Like when I walk my dog, there's like all these boys around who try to hump her, and she just sits down, right? She hides her preciousness, right? Look at the birds. There's a bird, and then there's like many birds who try, or one bird, but try to get with her, and she just like, no, not yet, right? Even I was observing the dragonfly. The same thing happened with dragonflies. The dragonfly was like, no, there's all these dragonflies around this one female dragonfly. It's very interesting, right? Why does this happen? Let's go to basics. Let's take sperm and an egg, right? Males have trillions and trillions and trillions of sperm cells, and women have just a few compared to male sperm cells, very few precious eggs, right? So what happens, right? These millions of sperm rush to fertilize the egg, and you know they have to, in order to get to inside of the egg, they have to penetrate. They have to work so hard. They have to penetrate this. It's called corona radiata, this shell, right? And then get inside and come together with nucleus that will form zygota. So it's the very first stage of fetus development. So the latest research showed that actually it's not the fastest and strongest sperm who gets to fertilize the egg. It is actually, so the few sperm cells will get there, but the nucleus will choose which sperm cell to pair up with, right? To come together with. Isn't that amazing? So why is it like it is, right? Why the skies are blue? Why the grass is green? Why women desire and operate sexually in a certain way and men in other, right? We have been created this way, and I believe for a very good reason. So I want you to think about this like that. Inherently, women are sexual objects to men, and men are performing objects to women, and for a good reason, right? At the base of it all, it's I want me to live forever. I need to perpetuate my kind forever. So I need to get my DNA into yours so you can produce a child, right? So again, think, you have trillions of sperm cells, we have just a few eggs. So we're supposed to be guarded, and it's because imagine if we would get aroused so easily like men, what would happen? We would have like babies from left and right, and for men it's very important. I need to claim, this is my child, I need to claim my paternity. That's why female sexuality has been controlled for so many years, because it is so powerful, right? So if a woman let herself loose, well, how do I know? How will I know if it's my child, right? For a man, how will I know that? A woman doesn't have a license to cheat, right? And men really throughout history always had license to cheat. I'm a man. So woman must be choosing, must choose the best mate for her to help her to bring that, to carry the baby, to nurse the baby, for a child to be a useful contribution to this society. And that translates into how women get aroused. Now we have a much smaller percentage of women who have a high SES. I keep promising to make that video. It's a very scientific, complicated video. I want to get it right. I will make it within a month soon. High SIS and high SES. I'm going to link it up here and down below. Who actually are like so easily turned on. But average woman, no, she needs something, she needs warming up. Think of a woman as a wood, right? Slowly you have to bring her to open up for you, right? And not just in bed, but you know, throughout life, really, right? It doesn't, so men have problems like, why is it all about women? Well, it's not only about women. To be in a healthy and passionately sexual relationship, yes, women needs to be catered, courted, and not just in the beginning of the relationship, but throughout the relationship. And so men have this problem. They're like, oh, why is it about women? Women don't give me any, like, what about me? I want to be catered to. So, well, how are you not catered to, right? She's carrying your DNA, right? She's producing that. She's standing around the house, you know, she's feeding you, you know, your partners, right? There's always a give and take, but the way men give and the way men receive and vice versa, women give and receive, are just different ways. Let's talk archetypes now. These are ancient Taoist and tantric philosophies. Masculine and feminine. Masculine is active, feminine is passive, right? And that's what we see in nature. Men is like, rah, rah, and look at boys. Boys are like, rah, 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 have more energy. Girls are just like sitting there, beautiful, just smiling, right? Passive, active, passive. Masculine is light, sun. Feminine is darkness, moon. Order, chaos. We need both. Both are important. And when you're in your empowered aspect of feminine and masculine, that's when you live your best lives. So men who ask these questions, who get triggered by that, they're, what I find to be, they're in their wounded masculine, because there are two types of men who ask these questions, like, why is it all about women? What is this? I'm done with this. If you read the comments, like, I'm done with this catering to women. You know, she took my money. Da, da, da. Well, you know, not all women take your money, or you know, they take your money, but they appreciate your money and then give you so much love that you will never want to leave that woman, right? If you have had a bad experience, I've had plenty of bad experiences with men, but I don't hate men. All men are different. I ask myself, why did I choose these men? You could put 10 great men in the room and I would go for one man who would treat me poorly, right? Because of my wounded feminine and masculine energy. And so there are two types of men. Men who ask questions like that, and men who are eager to please and give to a woman, right? There's wounded masculine and there is empowered masculine. And of course, so there is also female wounded energies and empowered feminine energies. And we all have both. But men stepped into these physical shoes through the essence of masculine energy predominantly, and women stepped into these physical shoes through this feminine essence. If we touch on the archetypes, so wounded masculine archetypes would be like a bully, a narcissist, a flake, dictator, hustler, right? And then empowered masculine would be God, king, warrior, alchemist, right? So how would you like to be treated in general, in life and in bed, by a woman? Do you want to be treated and fucked like God, or like a narcissist? There are men, you know, there are men who have sex with a woman and all they do is look at themselves in the mirror, at themselves, not even at a woman, or at their biceps and triceps, and they could care less what's happening there with a woman. Ask yourself a question: would you like to be loved, to be fucked like God, or like a bully, like dictator, do what I said, you know, I don't, I'll tell you experiences from my personal life. When men claimed that it was the best sex in their life, are those moments where I surrendered completely to what they had to give to me, right? It's like this energy is coming onto me and I'm so open, so free, so wild, so receptive, right? I'm not like doing anything. I'm just I don't know what am I doing, because you don't remember those moments. You just remember the feeling of that ecstasy and that surrender, and that is food for men. That is their nourishment, right? They get up and they're like, oh my god, this was the best sex of my life, right? What else is there more to give from a woman? This is how this exchange. So imagine the sign of yin and yang, right? There's so much yang, it turns into yin, and there's so much yin, it turns back into yang. This is how we interact, and it's beautiful. Yes, and the last thing I want to say, don't worry about like, oh, I'm wounded. We all have wounded aspects of ourselves and empowered aspects of ourselves. Yes, the goal is to integrate those wounds, to heal ourselves, right? To live in sync with nature, right? With how we created, with our original essence. We all can do this. I hope this answer helped. Please let me know if it did. I'm eagerly waiting for your new questions to come through. Please subscribe to this channel, like it, share it with anyone who needs it, and I'll see you very, very soon. Bye.